Hey everyone, it is Tuesday, January 17th. Um, we're looking at the SPY right here. We got the SPY moving the way we want to. I mean, it's not moving as fast as we want to. Remember, we got to get up that 431.73. What I just took off there was that range I had us bound in. If you remember the scalper trend alert, we had that three white arrows. You got these. You get a multiple when you're kind of in a range, but you got the green candles mean the buyers are sort of in control there. So we're headed up. So I mean, there's no real worry about it going down. If we start making some lower lows, then we maybe get that down arrow. Just using that as an indicator. We also got the MACD signal line moving up. I'm sorry, the DMI. The trend is strengthening into the buyers, and we got the MACD doing a signal line cross. RSI is above 50. Everything's looking good. Again, like I said, doesn't mean we go straight up, and not every day. You see, today we were down like 0.18% on the SPY, but everything's looking good. Um, Look at the Qs in the same way. They weren't doing as well as the S&P, but they're doing nicely. Actually up 0.2% today, making its way. Take that trend line out. Trying to make its way up to that 333.57. If you look at this from a year perspective, I usually have a 9-month chart up. We're just trying to change that trend, and it's mainly on the weekly chart. Is the first place we got to make it, so we got to get. That's why I got that 333.57 on the Q spotted, and the SPY at 431.73. That puts a higher high on the weekly, puts us in a better position, and then we hopefully go from there. The IWM looks good. We got to make that move over 201.99 on that weekly chart. Go to the year. I like that we're going to test this area right here on the small caps at about 189.56. So what are we looking at today? We're always looking at Apple. At the end, we'll go through what was moving today. Apple, we got a little range here, a little down channel. So we got to run maybe up, how many days it's going to get there, but we got a little bit more run up in the channel. If you're looking at the next level of resistance, and if it gets to that channel and breaks through, then you're looking at this level here at 149.95. Just call it 150. Again, that's in a little bit of a downtrend there, obviously. Amazon as well. Again, most of these are moving with the market pretty much. Amazon down a little bit more today, down 2%. We got to have resistance at like 102, 103 up here at these lows that have formed back in May and June and even in July that have based there. You see when it broke down there, sort of tried to get back above it a couple times, didn't do it. So that's going to be your level on Amazon to watch. Tesla had a good day today, but you see we got earnings coming we got to worry about. We got earnings coming in a lot of things. We got a channel right here, got to break above. So to break the move on the channel, we got to probably get up to between 175 and 200. That's the high here and the high here from again December 1st and the other first week of December a little bit later. Because when you break a down channel, you just got to make a higher high to change the look of what's going on. Again, the earnings are going to be a lot to do with a lot of stocks coming up here. Google again is trying to make its way back to 103, 104. We've been looking at Monster. If it breaks above 104.49, we could make it 109.62 on the fib. And then if you look at, go to the weekly, just see when the earnings report is coming. That's not coming until February 23rd, so you wouldn't have to worry much about that unless it takes a while to get up there. I don't like playing the breakouts into a report that's coming in a few days. So that looks pretty good there. McDonald's came across the radar doing some research. Again, its earnings report is 2 weeks out. That's my little dark area to the right. Over 281.67, gets 295 involved. I don't know how the implied volatility is on McDonald's too much. It's not too bad if you look to the, let's see, when they're 2 weeks out, so what is it, 17th? Let's just check the date of the report just so we got the options right. The 31st. So here would be the options that would probably be the highest volatility. You see 17, 19, then it jumps up to 23 the week of the report. Stays, so you're not going to lose. You're not going to get cut off too much implied volatility, but it doesn't matter. It's always hard to play into a report. But the reason I like this chart the most is because this is a 3-year weekly. It's done pretty good, not too bad in 2022, and it's actually making new highs right here. What other stocks did I catch in my research? Marathon Petroleum, trying to make a breakout with earnings report over 129.33. Remember, I like to do the breakout trades with options that are a little bit out of the money, maybe one space out of the money. Anything that's going to be like a slow mover, you go like a 70 delta, because you're in and out of a trade pretty much that's going to break out. Because it doesn't move the way you want to, you're just going to get out. But look for Marathon to make that move. Netflix has a report coming up. That is actually Thursday. And just to give you a little more perspective on this, that's the gap from the last earnings report at like 329, call it 330. If it can get to there, it can go back up to 396, maybe almost to 400, but it's got to get a hurdle at that 330 area after the report. Netflix is a big gapper on reports. General Mills, again, the last 9 months is pretty good. Doesn't look like the market looks pretty good, but it's got to hold this 50% retrace at 82. The earnings report has already come out, which gapped it down, tried to fill the gap, didn't have success. So you're going to have to get above 86.30 to get excited about getting to 88.34 and then breaking out to the extension. Then you got Goldman Sachs report that come today, so that sort of, yeah, that came today in the morning, so that didn't fare too well. But look at I drew these price patterns yesterday before the report. These were drawn yesterday, so you see how it came right into that bottom part of that upward channel. So if it holds this area right here where it is, where the low was today at 344, holds that general area, go rub right back up to the top of that channel. And then what else? We got Home Depot. Again, this little squeezing pattern here. It hit near the bottom here, like I said, a couple of times. Could run back up to the top of this area. I don't give you prices because if it depending how long it takes, it's gonna be a different price. But you're in the middle of it, so if it maybe comes down and tests, that'll be a low risk trade idea. And then obviously you got this high will be a little resistance from December 13th at 347.25. Shouldn't have an earnings report for a while because it just came. Gotta love Microsoft, because it just came out here on the 15th of November. It actually should be middle of this February before it comes out again. Yeah, 221. So let's see what's moving today, see if we can add anything else to the list to look at. Coinbase has been moving pretty good. We see Tesla, CYBR. Yeah, it could maybe run back up to that 150, 155 level. Morgan Stanley Banks, did that just report today? It actually did. So you're going to trade, if you want to trade this bullishly, you're going to put a stop here at the bottom of the candle today at 95. Nvidia, that's Nvidia, AMD, which are two of the main ones I watch. We're looking to maybe run up to this 208, 209 level. But you're gonna have some resistance here at about 190. So you see not a whole lot up, over 2%, maybe 20 stocks. Domino's, nothing really moving big. You see CYBR. Let's check out MPW. I know it's not a good chart though. It's not, but you could run. The resistance is going to be right about where it is at about $15, 14.5. Medical Properties, CarMax. I know that's another. Not too many good charts. I just keep saying horrible, but not too many good ones. You got level here. If it's going to run about 76, you could run up to. So that's all we got for today, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.